My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Bazaar. We're going with Dually. Come on, give me the burn build. Give me ignition core. I already did it. I did the Monitor Lizard last episode. If you did not watch last episode and you were like, oh, the 48-minute episode, that's definitely a loss. Yeah, just go back and watch that last episode. Just do it. Just trust me. Believe me. Trust me. Give me the ignition core. No! You're just gonna give me the core, the critical core, and the weaponized core? I don't know if weaponized core is... like... It feels like at some point, weaponized core is worse than all other cores because the scaling it gives to weapons still relies on those weapons hitting their cooldowns. And that's not reliable. In a world with slow and freeze and poison and creeping toxins, it doesn't feel like weaponized core really has a future. Critical core? Charging when you crit and then trying to build a crit build? The thing is, crit builds to me don't come early for Dually, they come late. So do you take the crit core and then not field it? The core? Every 6 seconds, deal 10 damage. Charge all items to the right of this for a second. I like the idea of using this for very specific things. It sells bronze tier skills. Curio sells bronze tier junk items. I don't want a bronze tier junk item before I have anything else. Give me a small non-weapon item. Ganola. When you sell a tool, give this +1 max ammo. Yikes. Not what we want. Pyro and Banana Ball and Haunted Kimono. Alright, Banana Ball. I almost went for the burn. Getting the lighter could be a little cool. But realistically, I think what I want here is either duct tape for the adjacent item usage shielding, or med kit, and then when I get first aid, I can give first aid a little bit more healing. Ganola is never really gonna figure into the long term for me. When you sell a tool, give this +1 max ammo. Yeah, no thanks. Lunanas. Every 9 seconds heal for 10. When you sell this, 20 max HP. Small friend from the house party. Come on. It's not Aiden, it's the bomb squad. When you use an adjacent friend, charge this 2 seconds. Borrow Fortis for shield skills and middle with medium items.
I want what's right for you.
Just turn this still into a Monitor Lizard build. Ice 9000. Every 8 seconds, poison for 3, freeze an item for a second. Does Dianosaur only turn up at silver tier? I think that's the case. Yeah, Dianosaur only turns up at silver tier for the first time. That's what I'd really want. Ice 9000. Monitor Lizard's the correct choice, but I'm choosing not to do it. Ice 9000, when you freeze, this gains a poison for the fight. Do I really? What would I even be looking for on the reroll? A medium item for Dually that starts out at bronze tier? I guess Chem Snail, but I don't have slow for it. Micro Dave? Pulse Rifle would be pretty good. +1 multicast if it's adjacent to a friend. Additional multicast if it's adjacent to your only friend. Pulse rifle is basically the only one that I want, though. I'm rolling. Pulse rifle! +1 multicast if it's adjacent to a friend. And double it if it's your only
If it's
friend.
not right for you, bring it back. I want you to be happy.
Yay! Bomb squad's charging it up. I mean, unfortunately, the core can't go on the same field. This is probably not gonna be that good. Oh yeah, they've got an ignition core. I'm already toast. It's got an immolating spark as well. Good lord. That's fine. The first fight's always a little bit of a toss-up. Like, by the time I got here with the core that I have, I don't know if I could beat that. Middle sells medium items. Fortis with shield skills. There are still medium items I want. Oh, the upgrade! Oh, rocket launcher. Yes. So I'm first taking rocket launcher. I'll figure out what I'm doing about the pulse rifle afterwards. But rocket launcher, every 6 seconds, deal 10 damage and burn 2. Multicast for 3. While your enemy has burn, this has double damage. So I could sell Gearnola and Bomb Squad to get the upgrade for pulse rifle. And then I need another friend to turn up. Bomb Squad isn't actually an incredible specific friend for us. That's not exactly the friend that I need. The core is going to charge faster than pulse rifle here. Because every 6 seconds, it loses 3 seconds worth of charge. So this triggers twice in 9 seconds. This triggers twice in 9 seconds. Twice in 8, actually. For 20 damage, for 40 damage. Never mind. It's the pulse rifle. Oh, I was really hoping I'd just get a friend here. I can put the core on field, give it cooldown reduction. I guess right now I probably just want it to cause rocket launcher to probably fire faster. The core will get 10 damage with the upgrade. I am going towards damage here, so there's a reason to go for the optimization. If it did get that additional damage, I guess I would put it on the far side. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade the core. JJ sells items. Security center for a shield item. If it was Wallace or someone like a friend, it'd be really, really useful. Lickit boosts your stats with tasty treats. I'm going to take the free treats from Lickit. That's free with an FR. There are 5 of them. Yellow Gumball, I'm not going to sell that yet, but I will go for damage, health, and crit chance. Rogue Scorpio. Actually, I think I get a much better result from fighting the Tent City Mare. Rogue Scrapper could give me the Junkyard Club, which would be sick, though. Tent City Mare could give me Dog, which is a friend, but I'd want a small friend very quickly. The real benefit of going to Tent City Mare is augmented weaponry. Your weapons have +1 damage. When you sell a small item, increase this bonus by 1 damage. Really, really good. It would want me to have saved my snacks. Rogue Scrapper, however, has Junkyard Club and basically nothing else. For us. Junkyard Club, when you sell this, your weapons gain 6 damage. The real benefit, of course, being the additional... the additional experience. I'm gonna take it. Oh, you had to slow my best item, didn't you? It's a 1 in 3, to be fair. Oh no. I'm not entirely certain I win this fight. Oh! They hit 0 exactly at the end. We win! Junkyard Repair Bot. Oh, it's a friend as well, so if I can field it. Actually, I'm going to go to the Mountain Pass and take the 2 gold and 1 experience option. That's great, hilarious. And I'm going to go to the Lost Crate and I'm going to go for the golden experience. I'm going to rocket my way up. I'm going to get my friend here. So now the pulse rifle is firing 3 times. The rocket launcher is firing 3 times. They're going to get the core to fire a lot. Core gains 3 damage for each weapon I have, including the stash, for a total of 9 damage on the core. 3 loot items. The loot items are bronze tier at this point, so they're not especially exciting unless I get cinders specifically. Core's cooldown reduced by 5%. It is nice, but the core is currently not doing anything for the rest of my build. Eventually, I will have things that say, when you use the core, and that'll be helpful. I'm going to go for the escalation protocol. The 5% cooldown reduction taken off the core for 0.3 seconds removed. Whoop. What have you been doing with these start days, buddy? Oh. Yikes. You've been getting Rays on board. So my enemy has good scaling here, which is nice. I think I have enough flat damage, yeah, that I get past it. But I wouldn't want to face that build tomorrow. Andy sells small items. Pip sells bronze tiers and Keisha Bridges. I'm going to Andy. I'm looking for first Aiden. A silver alpha ray. When you use the core, or any other ray, doesn't really matter, your weapons gain 6 damage for the fight. There's also a remote control just to use the core straight up.
You want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice.
I want that at a later level if I'm going to get it. I'm going to roll. Please give me the first Aiden still. Nope. Cool LEDs, though. I happily take that. When you use the core, slow an item for a second.
You're a smart one for your size.
I don't need to replace anything on board, but as soon as I have the level for it, the alpha ray goes on. Racetrack, Garabah, haste item. Oh, there's a couple it could be. Nufu has skills, though. I'm going to look at those. Right, most burn item has 4 additional burn on rocket launcher, which is firing 3 times. Yes, yeah, it's actually that. I'm not going to upgrade my core. I thought I was going to upgrade my core, but no, I don't need to upgrade my core. What I need is the eccentric etherite to give me rigged. Do it right now, or for all the money. Come on, rig me. Legitimately rigged would actually be incredible, though. Get me off to a hasty start to my fights. We're capable of building significant burn on a character.
Turn the lights off when you leave.
Oh, this is going great. We'll level up as we leave this space as well. Scrap. When you use your leftmost shield item, gain 12 additional shield. Additional scrap there. Oh, shield item? Left bronze. Oh, I could upgrade cool LEDs, actually. So now, I want the core on my far right here, because nothing wants to get activated faster than the core, because when the core activates, it triggers Alpha Ray, giving all of my weapons 6 damage for the fight. Rocket launcher every 6 seconds triggers 3 times, which is really good for the resolution speed of the core. Same for Junkyard Repair Bot and Pulse Rifle. Cool LED says when you use the core, so it being on the left of the core seems a lot better. Alpha Ray, same. None of them has a hideously long cooldown that except for the Junkyard Repair Bot, who's only here for the Pulse Rifle. None of them has a hideously long cooldown that would want to go on the other side of the core. I really want to put something like Diana on the other side of the core, Dianasaur, because it activates in 8 seconds. So if I can get it to activate in 6 seconds by using the core enough, and get it to destroy something quickly, I could see that balling out of control and being a build. Upgrade your leftmost bronze tier item. Cool LEDs slows an item for a second. I want it to slow an item for 2 seconds, both on its own slow and when the core does it. Monster Ranch for 8. Oh. 2 experience. Incredible pickup there. And Insect Wing. When you sell this, reduce your leftmost item's cooldown by 9%. The item that wants that most is going to be the core. Eating contest. Get some chocolate bars. I really want as much money out of that as I can get, and I'd have to sell scrap to get it. I'm so sorry, scrap. But 150 max HP. The Garhammer. Well, I don't have to be scared because I'm not Gar. Oh, unless you're Gar and you are your own hammer. Which is quite confusing. Change it. My weapons have scaled a lot in their damage. And while my enemy is still freezing and poisoning, I'm slowing very efficiently, and my weapons are now doing 210 damage per attack. Or per activation, because it attacks 3 times. Oh, he sells weapons. I could go work at the docks or get a tool. I'm going to be working at the docks, thank you. Show me a... I really want to replace Junkyard. None of these will replace Junkyard with First Aiden, though. Get a weapon? There's a couple friends that are a good weapon as well. Lanshan's not friendly for us right now. It's bronze and it's very late. Sorry, buddy. You're just the money that I need to get me to some delectable chocolate bars. 150 more max HP. I can't imagine a single world where the Deadly Crooner is faster at damage than I am. It doesn't exist. It never happened. Nice. Textiles, every 4 seconds, shield 20, and then heal equal to your shield. I'd use that if it were a friend, but it's not. Upgrade your leftmost silver tier item. 3 loot items. Leftmost silver tier item to upgrade Alpha Ray, 100%. That is specifically the scaling build. Orion sells tools, silver tier chocolate bars. So silver tier chocolate bars sell for 20 max HP. So that's 60 max HP on offer there. Versus... Oh, I wouldn't be able to fund buying something for 12 at Malafang. Unless I desperately need to. Immolating Spark. Wow, your leftmost burn item has +4 burn. Oh wow, there's also your medium burn items have +4 burn. There's also Frostfire. Freeze an item for 3 seconds the first time you burn each fight. Getting freeze is really good. And honestly, I think I do more of my damage with my damage than with my burn after a moment, so I'm going to take the Frostfire. Snack time for 125 max HP is really appealing, but Argenta only sells silver tier skills. Hotspots here. Sharp corners. When you shield, your weapons gain 30 damage to the fight. That'd be nice if I had it, but hotspot. When you use your leftmost item, burn 2. Yes, thank you. I'll sell textiles and take hotspot. So that doubles the amount of burn triggers that come out of the rocket launcher. Not doubles the amount of burn, doubles the amount of burn triggers. So when rocket launcher activates 3 times, it burns the enemy 3 times for itself and then 3 times for hotspot as well. There will be things that we pick up that trigger based on how many times we burn. And we have only 1 item on board, and we will still be able to capitalize on them very heavily. That's the power of that.
Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Ooh, you got a Trebuchet on board? Oh my god, and you're buffing it. It's got a low cooldown, it's got Shadowed Cloak for its own haste triggers, and you are dead.
Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
This is such a replaceable slot. I'm just looking at this junkyard repair bot, licking my lips like, I could do so much with that space if you just weren't there. Snack time, 125 max HP, but, oh no, I can't afford the maximum monster loot. Unless I speculatively sell the junk. I can't do that. I'm going snack time, 125 max HP. Give it. And he sells small items. I want a small friend to replace Junkyard Repair Bot most and all.
I would never debase my wares by haggling. Ugh.
I can still roll and pick up a silver. There's Power Sander for giving adjacent objects additional damage. That's so slow. Laser Pistol. Nope. I'm a crying baby. None of that is going to be for me. Thrusters, 9% cooldown reduction on adjacent items, and another ray. How dare you? How ding dang dilly dare you? I'm going to give the cooldown reduction to the core again because it's the build. It's how the build is. Sabertooth. Eventually, small diamond tier items have their cooldowns reduced by 30% is sick. Infernal Envoy. I do have a target for Cinders. That's the only thing I really care about from you except for your skill Vengeance. And then Gorgon Noble. It has the same amount of value Gorgon Noble does, usually. Which is, it's additional money and additional gold, and I can probably win. There's also some cooldown reduction there, I guess. Experience, single point of experience, as well as the additional point of experience you get fighting it over the Infernal Envoy. Petrifying Gaze would be pretty good. Okay. Gorgon Noble has 3 hits. The others only have maximum 1. And the Gorgon Noble gives us more money. It's a pretty easy decision to make. This is also going especially well because the Alpha Ray is giving 9 damage to all of my weapons, but it's giving 18 damage to the rocket launcher that has multicast 3. Because the rocket launcher has double damage when the enemy has burn, and the enemy will have burn. Black Rose, when you poison charges for a second. Yep, unlikely to be relevant. Kina sells non-weapon items. Candy stash. I'm going to Kina. I'm looking for my replacement. You are kidding me. Power Sander and Gearnola Bar are back. There's also Weak Point Detector. When you slow, charges 2 seconds. It upgrades your weapon's damage for the fight. I do slow from Cool LED and the core, Junkyard, like, this would not be bad if it weren't for the fact that Pulse Rifle is already taking up 2 spaces, Rocket Launcher 2 spaces, Cool LEDs 1 space, Alpha Ray, and then the core. So my only 2 spaces free are the Junkyard Repair Bot, and this is not a friend. I need a friend. There he is. There's the boy. First Aiden has turned up, stepped up to the plate. I'm going to give him 15 additional heal by selling another friend, and then I'm just going to put a Black Rose in that place. Black Rose is now the most replaceable part of my board. Orion sells tools, furnace, small burn item. I'm going to go for the Mountain Pass, and I'm going to go for a risky fight. Ah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much as risky as it gets. The Mountain Pass took me to the Lich. Okay. I don't think I win this fight. They freeze 2 of my items. They slow all of my items at the very start of the fight. They poison me every time I use an item. I'd need a lot of healing, I think, to have a chance. There's no way my damage scaling is fast enough here, right? Yeah, the enemy freezes me when they get to half health for a very long time, unfortunately. I actually think I would have won without the 2 seconds worth of freeze. I think it's possible that I could have. I guess I still got, like, pretty good money from that fight, because I got him down to half health, so I would have gotten about half of the money that he drops. Probably about 7. I didn't really look. Oh! Gimme missiles! I want them so damn bad! Every 3 seconds, it multicasts for 2. When you use the core, reload this. It would be reloaded easily. And it's a friend, so it can go next to the Pulse Rifle. And it's multi-attack, and it's a weapon. It's great. It's everything. It's all we need. Good work, Rocket Launcher. You've managed to topple Dooley. Alia sells weapons, and I'd love an upgrade on a couple of my weapons right now. But it's up against an eating contest. It's tragedy, but I think it's right. Upgrade your leftmost silver item. I think that could be cool LEDs for additional slow. I do need to run some disruption on my enemy, otherwise I'll kind of just get run all over. Fire, get a burn item. I'm going to work at the docks for a tool. We get Ramrod. Every 8 seconds, reload adjacent items for 1 ammo and haste them for a second. It's silver tier, so it's very easy to sell for us. Well, there's the Lich. I already know how that one goes for us, so I'm not going to try and fight him. There's Trash Golem, which, realistically, I don't want to fight. You know what? There's actually, there's a hit in Dire Inglets. There's a couple. There's the skill Aggressive. When you use a weapon, give it 4% crit chance for the fight. That's pretty good. There's just a every 4 seconds weapon, which could replace the Black Rose. It's got lifesteal. Pretty good. There's also Broken Shackles. Every 6 seconds, your weapons gain 2 damage for the fight. When you use a weapon, charge this 1 second. So that'd charge very quickly on the left-hand side and be good for charging the core. There's a fair few hits here. We managed to get the Obsidian Fang. What do you think the odds are of us fighting the Lich twice? 0, because we get a treasure chest instead that gives us an Uzi. Slow-mo Lumbra, definitely. I've got a lot of slow on board. Righty-tighty, when you use your rightmost item, my core, slow an item for a second. I now have a lot of slow triggers. Anything that triggers off of slow triggers is now very, very viable. I mean, I don't need to sell anything right now. MS Code. I gotta say, I don't expect to be your first win. I'm doing pretty okay. Oh, you've been scaling your stuff with lifting. You've got 1 anchor on field and 2 weapons on either side of it to try and slow it. Rather, haste it, rather. It's got 50% crit chance. It's not bad. Got a fishing net. I imagine that's going to trade places with Dockline in the future.
Got another salvo with me.
But I'm pretty good at slowing your board. Slow-mo Lumbra! Oh, give me additional crit chance for each time you slow, please.
I will teach you to swim this river of time.
First time you fall below half health each fight, slow enemy items for 3 seconds. There's also the first time you use large. Yawn, not doing that. Creeping Chill, the first time you slow each fight, freeze an item for 3 seconds. That's probably going to be the one we do. Just a freeze. Second freeze effect on top of Frostfire as well.
Bring others.
I have no poison. I have no tools. I don't care about value, and I don't care about scrap. So it is scavenger hunt for loot time. There's scrap. Cinders! Sell that for 3 burn on rocket launcher. Very happy to do so. Pelt for money. Black Rose and Ramrod I'll jam out there as well. Goldie sells gold tier items. I'm gonna go. I have the money to invest in something big right now. Cybersecurity. Well. So cybersecurity only activates every 12 seconds. Yes, it takes a while, but it deals 20 damage for each weapon you have, and it deals triple damage if it's your only friend. So if I took my Obsidian Fang and First Aiden off the board and put cybersecurity on, it would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would have 100 base damage. It would triple that damage to 300. But every time I use Alpha Ray, it would gain another 27 damage. The problem is, it resolves half as fast as the rocket launcher, and it's going to slow down the core triggers very heavily. Because Obsidian Fang and First Aiden are triggering constantly. It's half as fast as the rocket launcher, and it doesn't even scale that much better. Cybersecurity, what? It's quadruple with its upgrade. It's only quadruple. Is that good enough? I don't think that's good enough. Because my scaling, the alpha ray is causing my scaling, and the alpha ray is causing my scaling when the core is triggered. So if I'm significantly slowing the core, right, in 12 seconds this activates once. In 12 seconds, First Aiden activates 4 times, and Obsidian Fang activates 3 times. Healing me the entire way, as well as giving out other haste triggers. All of those giving a second worth of charge to the core. Cybersecurity could go on the other side of the core so that it's actually attacking, but then I'm slowing down the triggers heavily because cybersecurity goes on that side and so does the pulse rifle. No, I don't think that's what we want. Now, duct tape, when you use an adjacent item, shield 20. And I can put that between pulse rifle and the core. And I can give it an additional 13 shield immediately. I'll take that. I'm also going to roll. Walter Cooler can't be my only friend, unfortunately. You really need him with other friends so that he actually activates. Chris Army Knife does have some usefulness, specifically in being a friend, weapon, and a tool. Making it a really good adjacency for Soldering Iron. But Soldering Iron wants to go in a burn build, which this is not. This has burn, but this is not a burn build. This is a damage build right now. Could I transition it into a burn build instead? Maybe, but I'm not going to take a speculative army knife on that. I can definitely beat the Radiant Corsair. No problem. have a lighthouse. You know how many slow triggers I have, buddy? When you slow, charge this 3 seconds, says the lighthouse. And then, yes, thank you, says me. So it might take me a while to kill the first form of the Radiant Corsair here, but thankfully the second form is going to take significantly less time because I've got so much of my scaling already done. Why, hey!
Let's watch the horizon, matey.
Dang. Grappling hook, every 7 seconds, slow an item for 4 seconds. I really would have liked the lighthouse there. Simon, skills unique to Dooley. Come on, give me when you burn, haste the core. When you burn, haste the core. When you burn, haste the core. When you... What's this? When you use the core, adjacent weapons gain 5 damage for the fight. Oh, buddy system. If you have exactly one friend, reduce it and the core's cooldown by 5%. That's actually good. We're finally running at a build where we can use that. None of these are especially great. I'm going to take the income. Middle sells medium items. I'll take an upgrade on either of them. Brick Buddy for adjacent friends, friend, and Dooley Scar for sacrificing 2 slots and adjacencies in order to counter freeze. It's too much to give up. Weak point detector. When you slow, charge this for 2 seconds. Yeah, no thank you. I do slow, but I don't need you to help me. Well, hang on. So the damage of the pulse rifle is really good. It is. It is legitimately very good. But how's this resolution speed? So pulse rifle activates once every 1.3 seconds, effectively. It activates 3 times every 4 seconds. Weak point detector says when you slow, charge this for 2 seconds. So every 4 seconds, it loses 2 charge off of its cooldown, and every 4.5 seconds, it loses another 2 sets. So in 4 seconds, this has triggered 3 times. In 4 seconds, this has triggered once. And it has contributed to the core. Okay, no, never mind. Maybe if Weak Point Detector was much higher level and was gaining so much more for our stuff. But no, I don't actually think it's better here.
Every item finds its buyer. It's a relationship, you know?
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Building a bungalow with wood in the middle of a river. It's the only thing I could think of that was sayable on YouTube. Damage.
Does not defeat me.
Yeah, damage. Oh, they had a Sundera. Anyway, damage. Oh. Cobweb sells slow items. Or I could get a slow item, or I could look at some chocolate bars. I'm gonna look at the rare shop, but I think it's quite likely I see nothing in here that I want or can use.
Multifaceted. Glittering.
Heavy beta ray. Every 6 seconds, freeze a small item for a second and slow an item for 2 seconds. When you use the core or another ray, Alpha Ray does not trigger other rays. That is a bug that exists in the game at the moment. But when you use the core or another ray, charge this 2 seconds. Also a heavy isocoric freezer, and then just waypoint detectors back. I don't think I need heavy beta ray. And also, I don't think I have the slots to put heavy beta ray on. what? It replaces Pulse Rifle, and I put Obsidian Fang back on the board, giving me some lifesteal access. This is just... No. But it only costs me 4 to hold it.
Until we meet again.
So I think I should probably hold on to it, just see what's going on. Just in case. So Paul, you could sell me the solar farm, would be pretty sick. The middle, you've got upgrades for rocket launcher and pulse rifle, but that's just going to be additional damage, which they already get. Realistically, they want alpha ray and skills are actually better upgrades to pulse rifle and rocket launcher than their respective upgrades. But Paul, you've got pylon as well. Yeah, but you didn't give me pylon. We see kinetic cannon every 8 seconds, deal 100 damage when you use a small item, give this 20 damage for the fight. There's also the solar farm. Every 6 seconds, give your other items 1 second of haste. That is kind of sad that it's only 1 second of haste. But when you burn, charge this for 3 seconds. Now, remember what I said earlier about we've doubled the burn triggers from rocket launcher? Rocket launcher burns 6 times, which means it instantly uses the solar farm twice, just because the rocket launcher is triggered. Solar farm then gives us 8 regen, as well as 2 seconds of haste to all of my other items. Yep. That'll be worth it. It replaces pulse rifle and first aid in this instance. I have no vehicles, so the car conductor is not absolutely incredible. Right? Car conductor slows an item when you slow haste a vehicle. It's got... Yeah, no. That's not for us. I mean, race car is there, but I don't need race car. I can imagine a build where I end up getting enough haste that I do want race car, but that's not this build, or at least not yet. Cooldown reduction from Cosmic Rock is probably the best hit here. If I could get the feathers for reducing all items cooldowns by 6%, that would be the best. But that's compared to Robo Bouncer. Sharpened Steel, when you use a weapon, adjacent items gain 8% crit chance for the fight. None of my weapons actually really get to benefit from that. There's a katana and another pulse rifle that's higher level. Cybersecurity's there if I wanted it. I'm gonna go for the Cosmic Rock, exclusively looking for the cooldown reduction, because I think 6% cooldown reduction does so much more for this board than any of the other things combined even. Saw Solar Farm trigger twice there, right? And then it gave 2 seconds worth of haste to everything else, causing them to trigger much faster. This is good. Solar Farm needs additional haste itself. Ugh, claws. Every 4 seconds deal 10 damage, it deals double crit damage. Yikes. The Solar Farm does need additional haste. That I need to get that. JJ sells items, Andy sells small items. I don't... How likely on day 8? On day 8, I have a 30% chance of finding things that are gold. I just want the Alpha Ray upgrade. It's the thing that I want the most. But JJ could upgrade Solar Farm or Rocket Launcher as well, which matters. Those matter.
People first, profit 10.
There's the rocket launcher upgrade. It's 10 additional damage and 2 additional burn. The burn matters significantly more than the damage.
Enjoy your purchase.
I see you. I see you. I feel you. I'll close the shop. Goodbye, Monitor Lizard. Burn item cooldown reduction. Core cooldown removal? 250 max HP. Honestly, I do think continuing to reduce the core's cooldown is incredible for us. I'm glad that I got some healing and shielding out of duct tape and solar farm. Maybe I don't need to take Titan Protocol here, but I do feel so much safer with it than not. So I took it. Kena sells non-weapon items.
Reward the peaceful, punish the warful.
So we do have Metronome available here. When you use an item, give the other adjacent item haste for a second. The thing is, I don't benefit from haste. Like, I don't have, Monitor Lizard, for instance. None of my items say when you haste X. I just want haste because haste is good to have. So Metronome doesn't really fit into this build because of that. Pyrocarbon, when you gain burn, haste your items. There's DJ Robot and the coolant. No, thank you for those also.
You'll go buy a weapon instead.
This guy's definitely been bulk buying. Let's see what he's got.
You do see these tusks, right?
Ooh, you got a very, very powerful pig's gym and a yo-yo that it's buffing. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say that's not a build. It's definitely a build.
Well, I'll admit, that was impressive.
It's just not much of one. The Iwashi Wali with 4 multicast, though, was sick. Quixel, small and medium items. Yeah, there's some hits there still. And we're on day 9, so... that's 40% gold tier appearance. That said, duct tape and Fortis has sharp corners and the core and yeah, so many good things here. When you use a weapon, your shield items gain 3 shield for the fight. There's also titanium casing. When you use the core, your shield items gain 10 shield for the fight. There's also hardened steel. When your enemy uses a weapon, your shield items gain 3 shield for the fight. And then finally, heavy metal. Shield items have additional shield equal to double your level. It's definitely going to be defensive starts for us. We use weapons.
Here's the enemy. Here's you. Shield goes in the middle. Simple.
Nufu cell skills. Can you... Oh. When you use a weapon, give the weapons adjacent to it +8 damage for the fight. I can make some of my weapons adjacent. Like those two could be adjacent. There's nothing wrong with that. But +8 for that? Hotspot, additional burn. It's... What I want is additional triggers that do something, and this just increases the amount I burn. Very, very slightly as well. Same with fiery, artillery spot is not relevant. I'm going to take the roll. Righty-tighty. If you have a vehicle, I don't have a vehicle, unfortunately. For the command ship, that would be, but I also don't have enough money to buy the command ship. But righty-tighty, when you use your rightmost item, slow an item 2 seconds, that is worth it, I think. Enclave Revenant is 2 more experience than Feroz Khan. And also, Feroz Khan has, what? Shadowed Cloak, and I don't really care about it because it would take up too many slots on my board. The Enclave actually does have a good hit here, and it's Thurable. Thurable. When you gain regeneration, burn 6. So anytime the solar farm triggers, it will trigger. And then it burns, giving 2 seconds worth of charge back to the solar farm. We don't get it. We get the Basilic's Fang instead. Every 3 seconds, deal 10 damage. When you poison, it gains 10% crit chance for the fight. Okay. So the thing is, I think Solar Farm is going to be difficult to upgrade, but also I don't need Solar Farm to get better. It's almost putting us in perma-haste at the moment. The one that needs to get an upgrade, and I'm not certain how I would force it, is the Alpha Ray. Regen Tincture, and he sells small items. Any small items that I want, I can't really afford. Regen Tincture? I want to save some money, so yeah, Regen Tincture. And in the spirit of saving money, for day 10, I'm going to gain 3 spare change and move onwards. All right. Oh, I'm burning them so they're healing 30 every time I do it. They do have a dog with 41% crit chance. I thankfully scaled my shielding enough that, yeah, it's really difficult for my enemy to put a dent in me. Kev's Armory, an aerodrome? Aerodrome's a lot easier to justify going to. Yeah, shield skills. Why not? Exactly the kind of thing I'm looking for.
They realize they just can't hurt you.
This in particular is great. Sharp corners, when you shield, your weapons gain 3 damage for the fight. So when Solar Farm or the core is used...
Are they hitting you? Or are they hitting themselves with you?
Snack time for 275 max HP. I mean, I like the eating contest, but I'm actually going to go with one that gives me more. Okay, now, hang on. Hold a minute. Fill my cup and put some liquor in it. We've got the Void Colossus over here, who has Void Energy. When you burn, your shield items gain 3 shield for the fight, and also Void Rage. I've never picked up this skill, but when you burn, haste an item for a second. Also, it doesn't trigger immediately. It's the other one. Void Golem immediately destroys an item on your field. This one just has a lot of HP, so it's supposed to get to live long enough to use its Eye of the Colossus a bunch of times, and theoretically destroy all of your items doing so. And yeah, it did destroy most of my damage immediately. Oh god. I may have overestimated my capabilities in this fight. There's the core gone. I was so certain. I was so certain I had that fight in the bag. Good lord. Oh, Race Car, hello. I'll upgrade the cool LEDs. Get a 4th second of slowing out of its usage and the core's usage. Race Car, when you haste, charge this for 2 seconds. I can't get enough burn triggers out of just Race Carl to replace the rocket launcher. Two additional scrap. I mean, at this point, yeah. Getting some additional scrap for the sake of the duct tape seems a good idea. Curio sells bronze junk tier items. There is a Mirkwood Bayou. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at what upgrades we could get. First off, I mean, obviously the rocket launcher is just going to poison for 2 every time. Fine. I have nothing that says when you poison, so I don't care about individual poison instances. I care about things that uniquely modified. Like cool LEDs just says poison 2. Fine. The Alpha Ray, poison 2, Solar Farm, poison 9, duct tape. Duct tape doesn't even say on adjacent's poison or anything like that. And then the core is not going to be different. Admittedly, I think I'm probably significantly better served by going to Curio. If Curio has rocket boots, this is definitely the better choice. I'm going to go for the lifting gloves, buy the Taurus chariot. I'll sell that for 3, increasing the value of all of my spare changes as well as my lifting gloves. Grand. I'll take 1% crit chance across the board. And roll. Come on, boots. No boots, but that's a lot of cooldown reduction for a single store. Feathers for 2% across the board, 3% for a single item on the left side of the board with the insect wing, and another 1% across the board with the clockwork blade. Also 4 damage rather to the leftmost item.
That's a bargain. Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Okay, so first off, I mean, rocket launcher lowering its cooldown is a really good idea. Because it then triggers to the cooldown reduction for solar farm. $5.6, that's great.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Oh, it's another dually who hasn't dropped a fight. Slowing your items might be fine. I might need shield in this fight as well. I don't think I can change my board. Let's see how it goes. Yep. You don't have creeping toxins though. You've got a lot of individual freeze triggers on board, unfortunately. Oh, no, wait, hang on. Frozen Shot. When you use your slowest weapon, freeze a smaller item, and Race Call is just constantly triggering. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's that build. Kev's Armory. Ooh. Sparring practice. Cool LEDs won't do anything because it won't be slowing in the sparring practice, so I don't think that's a good choice. 300 max HP is not bad. Alright, I'm gonna keep my money. 300 max HP. JJ sells items. Please, give me a solar farm, why don't you? Oh, whoa! Oh, I have enough! Diamond scrap metal. When you sell this, upgrade the core, which it can still take an upgrade, and reduce its cooldown by a second. A full second. 3.8 it is down to now. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Void Golem, no. I'm going for the Trash Titan. Give me Juggler. Let me juggle. Whenever you use a small item, charge a large item for a second. Solar Farm would go wild. I mean, it already is going wild, but it could go wilder. Van Wilder. Got him. Hemlock every 6 seconds, poison for 2. I don't think that one's going to make it onto the board. Gain regen equal to your level. Yeah, I get that very quickly from the solar farm anyway. Orion sells tools. Jules has a temporary boost. I am missing a cooldown reduction again from having another friend on field. I'm just going to take the regen. I don't think any of the other ones really would have changed anything for me. 325 max HP. Sharpening Stone for additional damage. Base damage on the rocket launcher, not bad. It'll be carried every time I fire it. Shield skills.
With a good enough defense, you'll barely even need an offense.
Electrified Hull. The first 5 times you shield each fight, charge an item for a second. Yes, please. Anything that makes my build start faster, that's exactly what I need. You've got a coolant leak and you've got Monitor Lizard. Uh-huh. So they will do a bunch of board freezing. And I have 700 poison. Yep. Well, hey, I get to go to the Fate. Random enchantment location cannot be frozen, slowed, or destroyed. I mean, that's probably the core, right? The core needs to continue activating at reasonable haste for anything on this board to occur. Chocolate bars, but that's a bit too expensive for me at the moment, unfortunately. I'm gonna gain a random item from Pyre. Ooh, this is the best that I could have gotten. It's a gold tier salamander pup. When you sell this, your leftmost burn item gets 5 additional burn. Middle sells medium items, Cache of Riches, and Quixel. I'm gonna look at middle.
What you need? I'll help you find who does.
When you slow, chances 3 seconds, says the Chem Snail. I do a lot of slowing, but it's not time to put that in the build. When this gains haste, this and the weapon to the left of this gain plus 10 damage for the fight. Every 4 seconds, it itself will activate. Nope. There's Race Carl again, Nitrogen Hammer, and Balloon Bot. I'm fine.
Hey, that's okay. It's been nice talking to you.
Hit up the Lord of the Wastes. I mean, I'd love the Genie Writ, but please don't give crit to all the items. Although that probably will be a better thing against specifically Dooley and specifically the Monitor Lizard, so I guess I'll take it if you give me the Prevailing Winds or whatever it's called. Foreboding Winds, rather. Ah! Genie Lamp. When you sell this, gain access to the Genie Writ. I'll sell that to re-roll my stores as well at the same time. Sharpening Stone for additional damage, shield, additional burn. I'm gonna go for the burn. So, on day 10, 30% chance to find silver. I could still find the silver solar farm. It's just Shrouded Figure could also give me more HP right before I sell this to get more HP. So I'm gonna go to the Shrouded Figure and pray for 200 to 600 max HP. I got 326, so on the lower side, unfortunately. I don't want any of those shops, so I'm gonna sell the lamp to go to the Genie Writ instead.
Serving you is my curse.
Even if I got prestige, I would not have enough prestige to survive, so I'm going for 5% max HP, and then 5% max HP, and then 5% more max HP. And my new store is going to be Pole. Oh, yay, we did!
So I opened one.
There's also Pylon here. When you slow, haste an item for 2 seconds, which I do a lot of slowing. But this is going to haste all of my items. And also, with this upgrade, they are officially going to be in perma-haste. They would occasionally fall out of perma-haste previously, but now they're not gonna. Cool LEDs. That Alpha Ray, the Radiant Core, going for the rocket launcher build. I'm just testing a bunch of thumbnails right now.
We're out to dethrone a king.
Actually, that's something I'd like to take input on. For those of you who've been watching the series consistently especially, what kind of things would you like to see and like see featured to encapsulate a run in the thumbnail and title? I kind of cycle back and forth between doing things that seem like a smart idea and doing things that seem fun.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Grand. Managed to take down another enemy. We've only got one more. Curio.
Just close your eyes and grab something.
Sells bronze tier junk items. Proboscis, when you slow, this deals 3 damage. So the thing is, I do actually slow a lot. This would trigger once for every cool LED activation, once for every duct tape activation, and 2 times for every Radiant Core activation. And the core is quite quick. The only problem is I have to take something off board to field it. It will scale its damage quite quickly, but I'd have to take something off board. What I can do, however, is buy it and hold it just in case. I'm also going to buy the Taurus Chariot.
Tragedy. Reuse everything.
Nice. Insect Wing for some cooldown reduction, some damage, a little bit of crit chance. A little bit more cooldown reduction. That justifies selling the Taurus Chariot. Do I have any? Yeah, I have 3 additional shielding for the duct tape I can also buy and sell. All right. And he sells small items. There's a Cache of Riches and Jules Cafe temporary boost. This temporary boost is for the rest of the day, I believe. Yes, and this is the last day I'm going to be in the run. More max HP. The thing is, if my enemy freezes all of my stuff, I lose. I just lose. I don't have the bypass for the enemy freezes all of my stuff until they have won. And doing additional damage at the start of the fight isn't going to be that. Really, how you beat a poison build that does something like that is be faster than them, so hit them faster than they hit you, and hit them with a weapon that does all of their health. That's the real way to do it. And there are ways to do that. But I don't think I get saved against poison builds by taking this. I don't think I get saved against poison builds by taking Relax. But I think Relax can save me against burn builds and big damage builds. Awakened District. Can I get Trickle Down again? I don't have Juggler, which I would like as well, but I do think I can beat the Awakened District. And Trickle Down would be incredible. Trickle Down being when you use a large item, haste an item for 4 seconds, so the Solar Farm giving out additional haste triggers. There's also your shield items have plus shield equal to the value of your items, so another 142 shields for the duct tape immediately. That'd be really good against a lot of builds. Soul of the District. Every 12 seconds, shield equal to your current health, and then deal damage equal to your shield. No. I have to disrupt so much of my board to accomplish very little with that. Like, it would want to be my primary weapon. And the goal is to hit them in the face with all of my shield. The problem is I lose so much on my resolution speed by taking Rocket Launcher off the build. I guess Alpha Ray would be one of the ones that would go, and so would Duct Tape. Let's just, like, workshop this for a second. Actually, using all of this just to try and trigger the Soul of the District fast enough to do my max HP and damage to an enemy, that actually might be a lot better. Loot items, give me cooldown reduction. No, I got cinders, some regen, and a pelt. I lose a lot of my shielding and defensive, like I lose a lot here. Defensive stance and sharp corners and electrified hull, they're all offline because the duct tape's not on board.
You have at least a grain of wisdom, since you have come to me.
Lefty Lucy, when you use your leftmost item, haste an item for a second.
I do not teach violence.
That's real good.
Mastery over it.
You know what? I think I can fight an epic battle with this on field to see how it goes. Oh, hello. Oh, do you want to drop it for me again so that I can upgrade it? So this is how I beat a poison build. Trickle down economics. When you use a large item, haste an item for 4 seconds. Thank you. Oh my god. Wait. Core, what's it called? Heart of the storm? Soul of the district. Soul of the district. Yep. It doubles its shield if I give it Guardian's Gorge. I've just lost, like, a lot of my rightmost triggers doing slow, unfortunately, so the Radiant Core is not doing that, but it's charging the core of the district so much faster. Okay, let me make sure there's not a much better decision out there. Cool LEDs would just double its slow speed, the farm would slow, Radiant Core is already upgraded, Rocket Launcher for Lifesteal. Lifesteal's pretty good, but if I'm going to lose to a poison build, Lifesteal isn't going to prevent that. What is going to prevent that is hitting them in the face with a gigantic gosh dang shield. Shielded Soul of the District. Shield equal to double your health, and then deal damage equal to your shield. You're not a poison build. I'm so sad. You still might be a small item destruction build? I'm doing it. I'm running the Soul of the District for the final one. If I lose, this is how I lose. I go out in flames. That's a fast attacking weapon. But it is frozen. And you have been dealt 13,000 damage. Get him! Get him, Soul of the District! Yeah! We earned that 10 win. Oh, that was a great fun run. I actually got to use the Soul of the District. And I got to upgrade it with shield. And it was while playing dually with a significant amount of max HP, which I've been collecting over the course of the entire run, very diligently. My name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been the Bazaar. That's another 3 chests for us. That's another 2 on the old ranked score. I'm feeling pretty good about this at the moment. Let me hit this screen and then say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been the Bazaar. Top left is the series playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And our brother thanks to you, and a special thanks to this episode to Kamaru. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.